Top on the brief this morning is the assurance by the federal government saying the offices of the National Security Advisor and Attorney General of the Federation have set in motion legal and diplomatic steps to ensure the discharge of what it termed inappropriate orders against the 3 presidential aircraft undergoing routine maintenance in France. The AGF's office in a statement says the federal government became aware of the interim attachment of the aircraft on Wednesday, August the 14th. The said temporary attachment was made pursuant to an ex parte order issued by Judicial Court of Paris on March the 7th, 2024 and August the 12th, 2024, respectively, at the instance of Messrs. Zhongshan Fucheng Industrial Investment Company Limited, a Chinese company seeking to enforce a final award granted in its favors on 26th of March 2021 against Ogun State. The arbitral award is said to have arisen from an arbitration proceeding which commenced in 2018 as a fallout of a contractual dispute between the Chinese company and Ogun State government over the operation and management of Ogun Guangdong Free Trade Zone. The federal government said that while further actions are being put in place to resolve the entire dispute through available legal means, its firm position remains that the aircraft in question are sovereign assets used solely for sovereign purposes and are therefore immune from attachment as Zhangjiang sought to do in this particular suit. And outside our shores, President Bola Tinubu and his Equatorial Guinea counterpart Teodoro Mbasogo have signed an agreement on the Gulf of Guinea pipeline project, reinforcing the partnership for the mutual development. The agreement captures legislative and regulatory measures for the gas pipeline, establishment and operation, transit of natural gas, ownership of gas pipeline, and the general principles. President Tinubu, who is on a 3-day official visit to the country, says the agreement will open up new opportunities for the gas exploration and employment.
Concerning Africa, conflict and conflict resolution that were discussed. We discussed various areas of conflicts, mechanism, and what are we to promote in order. United Nations Assembly, promote peace and stability for our continent, and growth and prosperity for that same continent in the same way that Europe and Americans have helped themselves and find a solution for the conflict, the continent, both inadequate capital, industrialization effort, research and development programs that will enlighten our people and navigate our way through problems. Instead of crisis, conflicts that is bothersome in Republic of Congo and others, we have to look inwards to solve these problems for ourselves.
In his response, President Mbagoso explains how the bilateral relations with Nigeria over many years have been rewarding, which will further deepen cooperation among the 2 sovereign states. In the meantime, a network of civil society organizations from ECOWAS have warned that the region is edging around disintegration given the stream of exits by some member states. The group known as the West Africa Democracy Solidarity Network attributes the fallout from the erosion of democratic values, citing military intervention and rejection of democratic principles. The coordinator of the group, Mr. Paul Kufo, says the exit of Mali, Niger Republic, and Burkina Faso have far-reaching implications for the long-term stability of the sub-region.
I think ECOWAS recognizes the need to hold on to the stability of the sub-region. And they are putting forward a lot of measures to ensure that the sub-region remains intact and unified as it is. We've analyzed the implications of this exit, that it is likely to cause further instability and disintegrate the sub-region. It also has socioeconomic implications, because what will happen to the citizens from these countries staying in countries that belongs to ECOWAS but has no relationship with these countries that have exited. What we have failed to do is to keep a constant watch and oversight on the norms and values that we set for democracy, especially the institutions for delivering the promise and aspirations of democracy must be working. And here we're talking about institutions like the local government system must be well connected to citizens. So we need to revisit the conversation around democracy and get the institutions to work, because it's the institutions that connect citizens to whatever government is doing. As we stand now, the institutions are captured. If you look at Parliament, which should be the voice of the citizens, who should provide an oversight over our executive, these institutions are all not working. The way forward is to have a frank conversation, and the citizens must get involved.
Well, let's also tell you that the National Judicial Council has recommended Justice Kudura Kekereekun to President Bola Tinubu for appointments as the Chief Justice of Nigeria. In a statement by the NJC spokesperson, Mr. Sojioye, the decision was taken following the Council's 106th meeting presided over by the CJN Justice Lukayode Ariwoola. They said the meeting was held on August the 14th and 15th in Abuja, just 7 days before the retirement of Justice Ariwoola as the CJN. Justice Ariwoola was appointed as the CJN on September the 21st, 2022 by former President Muhammadu Buhari, and is expected to bow out on August the 22nd when he will attain the mandatory retirement age of 70. Let's move on now from there. With River State, it's one day, one drama. And the latest is the assertion by the reinstated River State APC chairman, Mr. Emeka Beke, threatening disciplinary action against Martin Amewola and 25 other members of the River State House of Assembly, whom he says are members of the APC. Mr. Beke made this known at the APC Secretariat in GRA Port Harcourt while addressing his first APC stakeholders meeting since he was reinstated by the court.
We sent message to the 27 lawmakers that defected to come for this meeting. But I don't know why they did not come for this meeting. At the appropriate time, we'll look into their matter. Because you can't sit by the defense. They are members of this party. Whether Tony Okocha received the person, they are members of APC. We'll find out why they don't want to attend this meeting. We'll really find out. And if there is no proper reason why they don't attend this meeting, we take disciplinary action that concerns everybody who is a member of this party. They might not like it, they might be angry, but they are members of APC. The whole world saw them when they were carrying flag. On your mandate. Now time, they don't want to stand with the mandate anymore. Who told them? They will stand with the mandate. I don't want to take so much time because we'll give leaders to speak. Please, we are going to partake in this local government election.
It's quite interesting. River State. We're not done with River State. A coalition of River State leaders have weighed in on the political feud between Governor Fubara and his predecessor, Nyesom Wike, seeking a lasting action and solution to the protracted situation and protecting the state, led by Chief Sonny Chukwumele. The group condemned what they termed the ongoing efforts by Wike's allies to destabilize the government, including recent utterances by former caretaker chairman of the APC, Mr. Tony Okocha, accusing the governor of sponsoring the anti-bad governance protest, which they described as inflammatory. The coalition, while briefing journalists in Port Harcourt, criticized the assembly faction led by Honorable Martin Amewola for attempting to starve the state of funds through the court, warning that such moves will cause crisis.
Rivers people are shocked. There has not been any convincing and deterring actions of the security and intelligence community on the conflicts in Rivers State. A recent account is the armed invasion of legitimate activities of caretaker chairmen in Ikwere and Obiakpo local governments. This conspiracy looks certainly geared towards the removal of the governor of Rivers State by every means possible and install an administrator to act on behalf of the Minister of the FCT. This is a recipe for catastrophe and ethnic war in Rivers State.
And away from Rivers State to some issues around the economy. After months of sustained surge, Nigeria's headline inflation has dropped to 33.40% in July 2024 from 34.19% in June 2024, marking the first since December 2022 when it last dropped to 21.34%. According to the latest data from the National Bureau of Statistics, the Bureau's Consumer Price Index report for July 2024 indicates a 0.79 percentage point decrease in rates in July compared to June 2024. A breakdown of the figure showed that on a year-on-year basis, the rate was 9.32 percentage points higher than the one in July 2023, when it stood at 24.08%. Food inflation rate in July 2024 has dropped to 39.53% from 40.87% in June 2024, but on a year-on-year basis, 12.55 percentage points higher compared to the rate that was recorded in July 2023, which stood at 26.98%. In what you consider an audacious move, Ukraine has set up a military administrative office in Russia's Kursk region, where a surprise incursion into Russian territory continues. A top military commander, General Obasanjo, says the office would, in his words, maintain law and order and meet the immediate needs of the population in that particular area. In a video posted on social media, the general is seen telling a meeting chaired by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky that the office has been created on the territories controlled by Ukraine, but the Russian defense minister has said Moscow will send reinforcement to safeguard the population in that particular region. Well, the Premier League is about to start today. Manchester United, Erik ten Hag, has admitted they are not ready for their EPL opener against Fulham tonight. Ten Hag confirmed this week's new signing, Mathieu de Ligt and Nasser Mazraoui will go straight into the squad for Fulham's visit to Old Trafford. But Joshua Zirkzee and teenage defender Lenny Yoro will both miss United's Premier League opener, with Ten Hag also managing the fitness of a number of players who have reported for training at different stages of the summer due to international commitments. Well, so let's see how the Premiership kicks off this weekend. But those are the stories we've been tracking for you, in the last 24 hours, and it will form part of our conversation for the rest of the program and the rest of the day.